Hi everyone, Todd PD with First Home Mortgage here. Going to talk to you about the Home Purchase Assistance Program, otherwise known as HPAP. So the HPAP program is an awesome program that provides down payment and closing cost assistance to qualified buyers. A qualified buyer consists of someone who's a first-time home buyer, as well as meeting the income restrictions. Now, there are income restrictions, but even a single person who makes up to $93,400 can still be qualified up to $20,000 in assistance, which is a huge number, especially when you think about the fact that the number one reason people do not enter the home ownership market has to do with their access to a down payment. So, ton of help there, could really bridge that gap for a lot of different people. Now, in order to get qualified for the HPAP program, they do need to meet with a counselor. They're going to go to a home counseling session. It's an in-person session that takes an 8-hour day. They're going to have to provide some documentation, but once they do all that stuff, their HPAP counselor is going to issue them a notice of eligibility. It's kind of like HPAP's version of a pre-approval. And what happens is that's going to tell us exactly how much assistance that HPAP's willing to provide. So once a client gets that, they're going to send it to their lender. We're going to use that in conjunction with our pre-approval, and then at that point, they're going to be able to go out, start looking at properties and making offers on places, and they can do that with a full amount of confidence. Okay, a couple things to note about the HPAP program. You should always write it for a 45-day close. It can happen a bit faster than that, but you never know what their turn times are, and that's really what it's all predicated on. They do require a specific type of home inspection to be done, and some of those items are going to be required to be cured prior to closing. So they do have to do a re-inspection, verify that those items have been repaired, and then the buyer can move on to closing. So those are some really the most important points about it. The other thing is making sure that you're setting the expectation correctly with the client. HPAP's a wonderful program. The people over there are awesome. It goes through DCHFA as well as the Greater Washington Urban League, but it can be a little bit of a bumpy ride sometimes. But that being said, it's still a great program. It runs relatively smoothly, and you guys should be excited to be able to put it out there for your clients, because like I said, it can really bridge that gap for down payment, which can make a big difference for a lot of people. So if you want to hear more information about it or you have questions about it, feel free to reach out to me anytime. Thanks.